These are 3/16 holes on the mill with, I think I'm running it a little faster than I'd like to. I'm using Tap Magic as a lubricant. It's doing all right. There's a little screeching, a little smoke. Probably slow that down and slow the feed down. I'm using a new drill bit for each of these, and they're just cheap Tractor Supply drill bits. The normalized steel is doing a lot better, but again, I'd probably slow that down. So this is 1095. I brought it to critical like if I were forging a blade or something, and then just let it sit in air. That drill bit's not even touching it. In about 3 seconds, I toasted the drill bit. This is normalized. It's brand new stock, but you'd get the same effect if you forged it and then cooled it slowly in vermiculite or wood ash. Now here's at a normal drill press, running at its slowest speed. It's 520 RPM. It's just a lot of chatter and way too much speed. It drilled it, but that drill bit's not going to last for very many holes. It's even worse in the brand new 1095. Here he switched to a 3/8 drill bit. Again, Tap Magic and a lot slower speed. It's doing well in both of them, at this speed and this feed. I'm using the power feed on the mill. Here we're over at the drill press again, again on its slowest speed with a 3/8 drill bit. It's pretty awful. There's so much smoke. Even in the mild steel, you can see the chips are coming off purple and blue. And again, this is a brand new drill bit. It's really crunchy. And there again, the chips are coming off blue and purple. So that's, 600 degrees. So hopefully that demonstrated that it's important how you treated your stock. That air-cooled 1095 I wasn't really going to touch with anything short of a carbide drill bit, which I would not run in a drill press because of the spindle run out. I'd just be snapping carbide drill bits and throwing money away. A good option if you don't have a mill and don't want to run three-phase would just be to change your pulleys out. I had one drill press, I had a 1/2-inch drive pulley running a 9-inch spindle pulley, so down around, I forget what the math was, I think it was around 100 RPM, and I could run a 1-inch drill bit in that. Another option would be to put a third step pulley in there, so you have 2 steps, 2 belts running, and you can slow the spindle down that way. Another way would be to switch out your motor on the drill press for a 3-phase motor and run it with a VFD. So you're changing single phase input into the VFD into 3-phase, and then you can vary the hertz to change the speed on the motor. Or you could put a DC motor on there with a speed control. If you had an old treadmill, just pull the speed control and the motor out of there, and that would run it. I do all my drilling on the mill just because I have 4 slower gears than we saw in the video. I can drill anything I want, and power feed is pretty sweet. Another option is to look for one of the older handheld slow drills. That Walker Turner I have, I got it for $10 at an auction, and I can do a 3/4 inch hole as long as I step up to it. So for a 3/4 inch hole, I'd do a 1/4 inch, I'd do a 1/2 inch maybe a couple steps in between there, and work my way up to 3/4. I wouldn't want to do much over 3/4 with that, because when it catches, man, you feel it. So hopefully that helps. Here's another quick tip as far as safety. Say you're drilling a knife where you can't clamp it in a vise because it's not parallel on either side. Just make a couple brackets. I cut these out of angle iron, and then when the drill bit twists through, it doesn't act as a screw and lift it and spin it around and ruin your world.